know, it's good.
Bruh.
Happy Sunday, traders. Welcome to episode 962 of the show. You couldn't be doing anything because of Corona. It's also Sunday, which means that futures have just opened. And we have a weekly candle close just a couple hours away for Bitcoin. Here are your futures. Top left, S&P 500. Top right, Dow Jones. Bottom right's Bitcoin futures. Nice. And bottom left is crude futures, where you can see, S&P opened, gapped up, but has since pulled back. Same with the Dow Jones. And of course, you can see Bitcoin gapped up, clearly got as high as 77.85 before pulling back. And it seems like very soon we probably fill that gap. I mean, come on, man. The gaps fill, don't they? Yes, and crude, not a good start, down 2.6%, like immediately. Goodness, crude is screwed. Company called Diamond Offshore has in the past 30 minutes filed for bankruptcy, Chapter 11. That's DO. Again, Diamond Offshore Drilling. They're screwed, dude. They were up 13% on Friday, though. I mean, bankrupt. But the chart, man, the chart looked so good. It was such a bullish trend in the long term, Kappa. Nah, just get wrecked. I mean, this is going to be happening more and more often, with there just being too much supply as crude plummets. Okay. So, I don't know, man. What's Bitcoin done since yesterday? Absolutely nothing. I mean, it hasn't moved. Alright, it hadn't done anything. Up, down, sideways. Is it even consolidation? I don't even know, man. It's like a rectangle. So, you got targets the upside and downsides. I mean, I wish the analysis has changed, but it just hasn't. And, still what I have up on my screen here, could go either way, right? We think that 100% measured move of that structure we were in is 8,045. Just a little bit more. But then you got an asset like Ethereum that, whatever, it made another little rally last night. Still within the parameters of what we would assume to be a rising wedge. It hit nearly $200, but also, while hitting that maybe $200, you hit the supply line again of the structure. And you just gotta wonder, man, when will it all come down? Because the divergence is continuing to build, but I mean, look, you've got negative momentum now and you're just not doing much. Maybe we'll get some follow through, but look where you are. 193.27 is a big deal. It's really 193 to 197. It's a zone of resistance. You can look back and see it right here. You're just stuck. You can't breach. I mean, how can, just tell me, I think the probability still is higher that it would reverse to the downside first before going to higher prices, just based on everything. I mean, where you are and what you're showing on the oscillators at this level after such a stupendous run where Ethereum has like over doubled in value since the bottom, right? I mean, this thing was like $90 and now it's pretty much at $200, over doubled, and that is not a bullish pattern. That is normally, look, what's wrong with it reversing to the downside, hitting a 50%, 618, and then reversing, making higher low and running again to higher prices. I'm just saying it's been a real nice run for Ethereum, and you just got to wonder, will the TA be respected here, or will it just be stupid and just break to the upside? Okay, I mean, anyone going long here, okay, man, like, keep looking and finding, variables that coincide like this 10 times, and you'll get wrecked, man. Just continue. Like, if you're like taking a long here, you have no edge. There is an edge. Actually, the edge is for the bears right here, not the bulls. So anyone taking a long here is like literally saying, I don't believe really in TA at all. And yeah, screw TA. Whatever. But I mean, like, look, let's just say, hey, measured move. It's not a very large pattern. I mean, it's, I don't know, $30. So measure move, right to the, if it broke out bearishly, hey, a little bit lower than the secondary target anyway. And if it broke to the upside miraculously, well, then a measure move would put you at 230, because I mean, nothing is certain. It's all probabilities. And yeah, I mean, you can see assets sometimes break out of bearish patterns to the upside. So I mean, dude, this range is such a big deal that if you do break it, there's a pretty good chance you'd probably see 224. So, I mean, that's like the whole point. I mean, this is such a battleground area, and I know I'm spending probably too much time on Ethereum, but it's real life, man. At least you got things going. Things are going on. I mean, you got to be grateful when there's an actual edge versus like Bitcoin right now not really giving much of an edge. And unfortunately, I fear, like, will the TA be respected on Ethereum if Bitcoin pumps? I don't know how it can. Because you know how all these altcoins go with Bitcoin, man. So thank y'all for being here. We're just hanging out. Iona Trial, thanks for the sub, dude. Welcome. Man, I don't even know, dude. Just doing what I want to do. Just going live on a Sunday and, looking at, oh, wow, futures doing something a little bit more, where they were up. So that's 28.47 on the S&P. It got as low now as 28.19. Very interesting, for the S&P. Very interesting. Like, gotta wonder, because Friday was kind of a good day. I mean, S&P here, you broke the demand line, but something about 28.20 towards the end of the day, you did break it and close above it, which is good. Meaning, like, there's a chance maybe tomorrow or within the next few days, 28.75 is tested again. What 28.75 is? It's the highest high of this rally. But also, it's like the highest, it's like the buying climax of the Trump bump back from January 2018. Okay. Man, people just, I don't know, dude, what it is. Okay, so you get it. 28.74 is probably the next target to test, and if you break that, well, we'll see the 618. Even with you breaking a demand line, you gotta think, what's gonna happen? Well, we just have to adjust here. Unlimited quantitative easing, bearish divergence played out with a gap down, but is that it, really? Because the negative momentum is waning now. Okay, so we looked at Ethereum. So we had like I think the biggest mover today was ICX. Crazy, man, really crazy here. It's like trying to break critical resistance looking left, but like if you look at, with this, anchor point 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 on the top and 1 on the bottom, you can see you're just at that supply line again. 26.4 cents looking left. All right, it's kind of like a low from May of 2019. And you can see these peaks here. This is what you're trying to break. January 2019, December 2018, November 2018. All right. So normally when you do really break that, I mean, you've had some pretty nice runs to the upside. Just like Ethereum, if it can break 193 to 197 200, then it might have a 200, you know, might run up 25 bucks. So like a lot of these altcoins are at these critical resistance points again. Fibwise. Wow. So vastly underperforming Bitcoin, which was closer to a 618 up here. So this one's like XRP. I mean, a lot of assets of S coins are like underperforming, but then you had some that were underperforming miserably, and now they've like caught up with Bitcoin, like XLM and ADA. That's right, Christopher. The Q's recovering faster. That's right. XLM, talking about that. I mean, one like this, like a high to low, 618, and ICX is down here, the 382 still. You see what I'm saying? Oh. So yeah, man, we got a weekly candle close. I wonder how that's looking right now. Wow, that someone asked about it. So yeah, it's good, right? I mean, you've broken above a weekly resistance here at 7400s, but again, like you've got the daily resistance at 7780, but on the weekly it's not really visible. I mean, the next real major resistance, I don't know, I guess we can say now there's like a valley here. I mean, you gotta break, if you break 7800 or 7780 with any kind of confirmation, your next target is definitely most likely 82 to 8500. Okay, that's how we've always been looking at this. It's a lot of green candles, a lot of time, and the divergence is there after what you'd think to be maybe a bat 886 1618 from the low to high. So you've reversed, you've held above the 200-week moving average. We know there's a little bit more room, a little bit more fuel in the tank. I mean, maybe. Just talking about this. Wait a second. Where is it, man? Yeah. So it's like, will this structure's conservative move like be hit, or will it just end here below a critical resistance point? Right below a square up, near enough to a square up, from March 11th or so. 8,035, 8,045, whatever. It was kind of the target. You haven't made it. So it's interesting, man. You got like Bitcoin that's kind of in limbo a little bit. Not much of an edge going on, really. I don't know. I mean, are we gonna call this bearish divergence? I don't know, man. All right, that could be a little bit of divergence on the RSI. There's no positive Momo yet, so normally it's like we'd go one more time, make a higher high, and then that's when we'd be showing the MACD bearish divergence, right? You think? So Kobayashi. Thanks for the 560 plus people here. Hey man, I guess if you're enjoying the coverage or whatever, hit that like button, that bell, sub, doesn't really matter. We're just hanging out, man. Don't know how long I'll be live. Just again, just doing my thing once a day. You get it, right? Or trying to. Future's still just hanging out. Bitcoin gap is still not filled. which is around 7,600. Above spot price. Not by much, like 50 bucks. Who cares? Mysteries abound, man. Really don't know. Man, I thought we looked at this. Dude, I'm a work saving, I guess. Give me a sec. Okay, it looks like none of my work saved. This is just one of them, man. Like, just many assets. Sometimes my work just power goes out or something. It's just like, okay. Yeah, very clear breakout on GDX. Very, very nice here, man. And what a V-shaped recovery, too. Okay, so this is a GDX. That looked the major resistance from August of 2016. This is a major resistance here, above it, closed above it. I mean, from the major high from 2011 to 2016, you're at a 382. Looks like you're breaching it, and the next target is 39.64. We could just say 40 bucks, rounded psychological number. Look at that. I mean, that's a valley there that will be regarded as resistance. And then just above that, some overhead resistance. All right, 42.73. Look where you are. You breached resistance, man, all over the place. Breakout on GDX. Clear. Man, how much fuel is it going to have? It's not overbought. It's barely, I mean, it's just right. Yeah, that's perfect. 69. There's room to run if it's going to, but we think the next target will be $40 to 42.73 on GDX. Okay. Gold miners ETF. So John Lewis, thanks, man. Appreciate it a lot. That's right, Voss. Yeah, we looked at it as soon as it, but it's already up now. Like, look, you're saying that crude futures drops 2.5% at open, but look, it's only down 1% now. It's rallied a little bit, so meh. And there's a little gap right there too, so you might fill that. If it's gonna sell off more, might do that first. Same with Bitcoin, does not fill this gap. What's up, RN, man?
Bruh.
Dude, RN, thanks for the pretty much $10 super chat. Very grateful, dude. Kangs. Thanks for being here. Supporting the stream, dude. Supporting the dream. What, we're getting closer? Yeah, we're getting closer to 200 likes, man. We can do it. Easy. Okay, so we looked at it, you know. Let's look at Link again. We need to keep our eye on Link because Link's showing bearish stuff just like Ethereum. It's gorgeous, man. I mean, I think. I mean, maybe you don't concur. That's okay. But right, and you've actually fallen out. You've broken out of the wedge, and I don't know if it's going to play out all the way, but I mean, it was like a high, a higher high, and clearly a higher high, and you had lower levels of positive momo, lower levels of relative strength every time, and you're out now. But you're holding on to. Wait. Oh, never mind. You're not even holding on to critical support. There's just not much support resistance up here based on history. 365, that's what you're just holding this previous high from April 12th. Targets, you're getting closer. I mean, like 348 and 337. That's it, dude. I mean, that's from the low point of the wedge to the high point. Okay, I mean, this is like we plotted this a few days ago. You even got one more move up. So Ethereum continuing to flirt to the upside where Link is not. It's now officially broken out of its respective pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 touches. You must have 5 touches for a valid rising or falling wedge. That's criteria. Yeah, VeChain doing things too. Absolutely. Is there 4-hour bearish divergence of Bitcoin? Top Kombacho, I guess you just got here. I mean, I did. We looked at that a minute ago. RSI, maybe a little bit on the RSI. Yeah. You know what we should do? We should go to the 60-minute though, and that could help. If it's like it kind of looks like you have bearish divergence there. We're looking at it on the other chart. Kind of looks like it's going on the RSI, and then we go to the 60-minute. I mean, that's a lower high was painted right there. Uh-oh. Look out for that. And I don't know, it's like you got a high here, and now you got lower levels, relative strength like that too. It's not as clear on the 60 minutes, but 4-hour maybe. And look out for the lower high there. Not much help. But you shouldn't be relying on the 60-minute too much anyway. We'll see, man. We'll see, like, if the rally can continue, which we know there's a little bit more room in the golden zone for Bitcoin, which means that if it goes up more, then you know altcoins are probably gonna follow. That's real. Just go to another. You know what? Let's go to total. Remember we had that. What was the major? Oh yeah, 232 to 237. We're still not there. We're at 216 right now. Oh, okay. None of my work saved again. Sweet. Yeah. Soon approaching. Total is like total market cap of the crypto sphere. 232, 237. Major resistance. Support. Right. You can just see how many times it's been regarded as support resistance over and up thrusting through it. Look at touching it and rallying before dumping again. So I mean, like, you think that we're getting very close to an area. I mean, after a rally like this for over a month, you think that might play a role as maybe a reversal point to the downside. You don't have to make the lower lows. You can just pivot and sell off some before running again if you're going to, or to continue in this downtrend that you've been in since the buying climax of June 26, 2019. We all remember that. If you're out there and you're lurking, are you there? Say hi. You know, let's just see if you're around. I just want to see who's lurking, man. Why not? Jeez. Alright, so futures starting to slide a little bit more. Oh well. Bitcoin 76.75. Not much of a spread. You know, difference between the spot price and futures. Still have that gap to fill on BTC. Alright, there y'all are. So Janelle and Angela and Sandman, John Doe, Elmer. What's up, Riley and Andy and Brandon? What's up, Megan? Matt K, Tiro, Heath. What's up, Edgar, Yanislav? Board in the house, Steve. Nice seeing some of these names. ASL, yeah, dude. Age, sex, location, connect. Exactly. You get it, man. You freaking get it. What's up, Mr. Hendrickson and Mark and Raffle, Adrian A. Yep, y'all do rock. Thank you so much for just letting me know you're out there. I know most people just lurk, so. And it's Sunday and there's not much price action, so you know how that is. Those are never the most lit streams, right? I'm just drinking my coffee. Facial hair has been growing out a little bit more. Do y'all like it? Dig it, let it go, or shave it? What do y'all think? $222 likes. Let's go. 600 people in here. It's nice, man. It's real nice. I just don't, man, you just gotta wonder. We know the whole cardinal rule of like wherever Bitcoin goes, altcoins go. But then it's like, why is the second largest coin showing so much bearish stuff? It's impending. The chart is impending that we would sell off. Impending price action reversal. Futures still falling a little bit more, down 0.42%. Lowest point of the new day, of the new week, right? We'll see how far this goes. Ooh, shorting Zoom, man. Zoom was insane, dude. But it hit the 1272 literally perfect. Sorry. And then reversed right there. It's like closing reverse or dark cloud cover or something. Oh my god, it's so crazy. So freaking crazy on Zoom. I mean, you can't even make it up. Yeah, it was a... My god, look at the dark cloud cover. I mean, hey, maybe it doesn't play out because it's Zoom, dude, but you got to take heed of and identify the pattern, the Japanese candlestick pattern that is bearish, a bearish reversal candle. I mean, so from the high to low, like a bullish bat or whatever, I mean, it hit targets, of course, and exceeded it from that high to low. The 1272 and no freaking higher, and reversed there. And my god, that's like the most textbook beautiful looking dark cloud cover I've seen in a while, man. So let's see if we get follow the price action. This implies that lower prices could come. Reverse in the move, the wave. Maybe, man. And if it's like, okay, whatever, it's Zoom, and just... We'll see if being able to identify Japanese candlestick pattern will work or not. So someone's like, oh, would you short? I mean, look at this gap fill too. But I mean, I love how you touched it once and then twice on Friday. Beautiful. $179.95. You can have Zoom, man. Not on sale, at premium. And it's already at $158.75. Look at that divergence too on the 4 hour. I mean, I don't know if it would really, you would have had time to act on this because it was such a violent sell-off. Jeez. I don't think you could have. But let's see if the impending price action reversal continues, you know, to the downside. Renee, you like me better with my beard. Okay, noted.
It's China to me, China. China.
Lurking and chippy. Let it grow like Moses.
Oh yeah, let it grow like Moses, man. Just like my hair. No haircut for, I don't know, like 2 months now, and we can. I'm a little disappointed. I have like a little bit more white. Like it's just in this one little spot. There's like some white hair there. More than I've ever seen before, and it's just like, huh? Really? Oh boy. Getting older, man. I don't care. What's up, Cakeology? And thank you, Steve, man, for the threes. China. Facebook, Amazon, Apple, Google. Earnings this week. True Vision, let's go. It's gonna be an interesting one, right? The heart and soul of earnings season's right now, this week. That's right, Grandpa Mitch. Gosh dang, dude. Whatever you say. Alright, so I was just saying, like, question. Beard?
Beard. Dot.
Alright, we'll do it, DZAM. Maybe I'll just keep it going a little bit. Got nothing else to do while we're just quarantined. So what is it? What are the rules now?
Helicopter money.
Oh, Dustin, thank you so much for the Trump bucks. Helicopter money. Whatever you want to call it. to prevent deflation. But that's the PPT.
Spucks Coffee Connect. Bottom of an upsloping wedge. Earnings on Tuesday.
Rising wedge, Schwab. Check it out, man. Thank you, dude, for the 5. What's up, Alfred, man? Thanks for the sub. Dang, dude, it's like freaking lagging. Upsloping wedge, rising wedge.
It's China to me, China.
Bruh.
China.
Silver beard, it's better than ginger beard.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess that silver beard matched my teeth, man. Just kidding. Thanks, Adrian A for the 3s, the Chinas, the communist coronavirus. Rising wedge. You gotta wonder, man. It's like, I get it. Of course, everyone's gonna anchor from the bottom. You know, you got the demand line. It's still above it, unlike the S&P. Seriously, again, thank you, Schwab and Dustin and Dzam and Steve and RN, Adrian. Thank y'all for the contributions. That was kind of like Blitzkrieg tipping right there. I'm like, huh? Lightning warfare tipping, first of its kind. So he's just asking, like, is this it, man? Are we, you know, is it gonna reverse here? I mean, look at this high, the higher high, the higher high, double top, and then look, and this is the double top, and it's like, what in the heck? You know, it's just you're continuing to show divergence on higher highs, and dude, I don't know, right? Starbucks, they had to shut down all their facilities in China for a little while, but then them and Nike, I think, were the first 2 to open back up. So he's got to want. I don't know, man. You know, earnings is always like a coin flip, and sure, the divergence and stuff can play out, but let's see. How high have we retraced from the all-time high to low? 618, dude. You're like kind of double topping on the 4-hour at a 61.8% retrace, golden retrace, not overbought. But God, when will that play out? I mean, if not, well, too bullish, I guess. Unlimited quantitative easing. You can't compete with the Fed, nor can TA, because this is something that's never happened before. I mean, yeah, we've had TARP in the past, but we have never had anything like this. Just trillions and trillions just getting injected in the market and get more of it. Okay, well, let's keep propagating prices higher. So you think this is definitely a potential reversal point, being a golden retrace with all the divergence, but your guess is as good as mine, man, with unprecedented crap. Gosh. Yeah, trade going into earnings is definitely gambling, man. Yeah, you're right. Okay, that's good. So go on the daily real quick. You probably don't have an edge. Yeah, you don't have an edge. No way. There's no edge on the daily because you have a crash and an impulse up. That's not enough. Not enough data to have an edge on the daily. Sorry. So all you have is 4-hour telling you, yeah, it looks like it, but that's like the S&P. And really the way to probably look at it, it's like this a little bit. This be, you know.
Bruh.
What's up, Zach? Zach H, thanks for the 5s, dude. $5 super chat. Much love.
Appreciate the look at it. Keep them beard.
Keep the beards. Does it make me look rugged, man? Well, let's go. Zach, it's very easy. It's just, you know, the link in the description below. He's kind of just like this, though. I mean, you know, excluding the impulse and then the sell-off, and that's how it started contracting and upsloping. So, you gotta wonder, man. I mean, is it not kind of like Bitcoin and log scale? Dang, man, you might be right. Let's look at this. Just burning that image in your mind. And then we go over here. And we do this, log scale, and you look at Bitcoin, and it's like, dude, it's the same thing. All right, you see it kind of, let's go to the 4-hour, man. Like, whoa, like impulse, and then started, and then it's like 618, and then you got Bitcoin, and it's like, huh? Rising wedge? Only in log. It doesn't really work in linear. But that's kind of telling. You know, it's just another way of looking at it, and it's just like you had the craziness, and then you're just upsloping price contraction that could continue on for another month easy if like market participants don't make the big move. It could just like, look, you could sell off all the way down to 7,076 and it'd still be inside the structure. And a lot of people would be like, it's over, man. It's all over for Bitcoin now. Hits that potential demand line and it rallies again. It hits 8,100 or something. It's possible. For sure. But right now you're just in a rectangle stuck between 74 and 7,700, 77, whatever. Yeah, it's possible there's a Bart Simpson on Bitcoin just as much as there. I think it's better. Let's just interpret Bitcoin right now as a bullish rectangle where you have an impulse up and then you go sideways for a certain amount of time. And there's a measured move one way or another. And we know targets like a square up's like 7,100 for Bitcoin on the downside and then 8,000. No, my God, man. 8,035. Yeah, 8,035 is the target of the upside.
What do you think of Snapchat?
Is that a joint?
Hey, you got it, Zatch, man.
Bruh.
Thanks to the 420. What do you think about it? It killed it on earnings recently. Yeah, it gapped up. My God. This was Snap, dude. It's crazy. Yeah, like the earnings, they had like so many more new users. Go figure, all these companies are going to get user growth, and that's how they're normally. So, like, I guess investors look at something like Snap. Like, how's your user growth going? Oh, user growth slowing, you're screwed. So they had great earnings. I don't think they don't make money, dudes. Not like, they lose money, but it doesn't matter. Lots of user growth, and so it rallied on up. And this could be a breakaway gap where you got all this volume. Might be I would think if it's anything, it could be a breakaway gap. You hit a 78% retrace from the high to low before reversing, and could continue to reverse, and a gap fills down at 1260 or so. I don't know if you'll get down there before reversing to the upside again. That's good, man. Like, this was in a long-term bear trend and then broke out, even back tested the old supply line as a demand line twice before rallying again, double topped, dumped 42% of the way, and rally once more to make a higher high. And then this is what we would call a bullish cipher pattern because of the higher high, not the lower high on C, and the PCZ is 78.6. So it hit it, and it rallied pretty well. I mean, it's definitely some sort of premium now. You're not buying at value. This is value area, right? 786. Great stuff, man. What a beautiful pattern. Beautiful story told on Snap. It was a loser, and it's trying to become a winner now. Like higher lows. Higher major lows for the first time in its history. History goes back to March of 2017 when it IPO'd. This is new. Higher low. Great. Okay. Yeah, pretty much, Leon. Just one of those unicorn companies. The story of the charts, Satch, man. Yeah, dude. Most charts tell stories. And they're going to be fun if you can read them and all that. And even if, like, things have already played out, again, it can help us look back and be like, dang, man, what if we would apply the technical analysis then? All right, well, it's good to identify patterns that have played out already, because that just, when you see them like that, it's like, okay, it gives affirmation to its validity, to its existence. No rising wedge on the corn, sir? Huh? You must be coming in here late. Log scale, though, it doesn't work. In linear scale, it's just an upsloping channel, right? And it's holy, man. Bitcoin isn't giving much of maybe in the 4 hour, you know, have done this on all the charts now. Maybe on the 4-hour, Bitcoin might be showing a little bit of divergence on the RSI. It's not as clear. Not as clear. It could be a Bart Simpson, but you would think that we just called this a rectangle because it's pretty neutral. Sideways after an impulse, it's a bullish rectangle, as we call it. But it has a measurement of the upside downside. I would go ahead and say if it broke to the upside, of course we would see 7780 again, but if we broke that 8045 target, and if it broke to the downside and broke below 7400, I think we're looking for 7100, 7120 or so for a square up. That's it. I mean, that's like where it could go. That's where the targets are going to be one way or another. Are we cool? Does that make sense? So Riley, Billy Langford, man, story of Sid Barrett. Yeah, dude. Nah, this is not the story of Sid Barrett. This is actually the story of Sid Barrett, right? Pink Floyd. And then he starts doing, or he's doing drugs, hardcore drugs the whole way up. And then all of a sudden his mind starts deteriorating because of all those psychedelics, Billy. And then he breaks out of his bullish channel and is now screwed, right? Headed for zero. Okay. Dang, man, he's right. What'd he say?
Is that a joint?
Whoa. Ryan Sommers, man. Dude.
Hype in the chat!
Ryan Summers super chatted $50.
Ryan Sommers, man, thank you so much for the $50 freaking dollar super chat out of left field. Thank you, man. Very, very cool. Really appreciate that a lot, man. Dang, dudes. Yeah, seriously, hype in the chat for Ryan. Don't know what to say, man. No message, no request, anything. You just happy to be here, Ryan? Thank you, man. You got a request or something like that, just type it out in the chat. See what I can do. Try to see it. So, Kiki, you think right-angled and descending, broadening formation on Bitcoin on the weekly? That's the first time I've heard anyone say that. On the weekly. This might be all screwed up. I don't think there's anything here, really. Isn't it right-angled and descending, broadening formation? I just don't see how you can see that, man. Dude, in log scale, you know what it is. It's a freaking triangle now. It's like that's it. I didn't see anything from Ryan. Yeah. Also, Anatoly, you were more interested in the daily. We haven't seen red in more than a month. Oh, of course, no, we have not. And we're very close to, I mean, dude, there have been times in history where Bitcoin has reversed its price action in between a 50% and 618. That's exactly where we are in linear scale in Bitcoin. From August to present. August of 2019, huh? Oh, I don't know, man. That means you're literally cherry picking. Like, what about this? What about these highs? You're just going from here to here. I mean, I get that. This is Kiki's idea. Let me hide this. It should only be visible on the daily. You can't even see it on the weekly. Kiki's idea, which is, you know, nothing wrong with new ideas. He's just talking about 2 peaks and then 1, 2, 3 on the bottom. Right angled and descending broadening formation. Okay, I mean, I get you, dudes. Oops. There's no way bullish pattern, but again, I mean, what is this up here? That means that, you know, again, like, we know that 10,500 is going to be a major resistance if you break that. We could be kings, of course, but you've got just so much more to do. So it's like, okay, maybe, but we could also look at it like a bullish bat, and it's just still on its way up to hitting fib nodes. But whatever, man. It's cool. like, it won't matter. Like, this pattern or whatever won't matter if you can't break 7,800, if you can't break 8,500, if you can't break 95, 9,600, right? These are all major resistance points, dude. So, kind of scuffed. Nothing like, nothing at all like Tesla. Or what was the other one? There was another one that was just gorgeous. So we're back below 7,600 by a couple bucks. We got an hour, 9 minutes to go until your daily and weekly candle close. Once a week, man. Chris Jim using a Yeti Blue microphone with an arm. Sorry. My bad, dudes. So Ben Smith. There's a full moon within a few days of the happening. Go figure. What's up, Canilli? Or something. Oh my god. Oh, not this again, dude. Okay, I'm getting botted. I know it's real life, dude. Definitely getting botted. I don't know what to do about it, man. I really don't know. Like, all I can do is just show up every day and do my thing. Thanks, I guess, fake subs. I mean, it's like, is it any wonder I'm getting dislike botted and I'm getting sub botted? Someone figured out how to get me screwed while everything's automated. That's real. Dude, and it's like, look at my webcam. Look at the FPS. Jeez. What's the point of sub bots? Dude, I don't know. Like, someone's literally botting dislikes and subs. And there's nothing I can do about it. All I can do is just go live and do what I do. I do what I've been doing for over 2 years now. That's all I can do. Yeah, I said I wanted 30k subs, but that didn't mean someone go buy subs and buy dislikes, right? Or bot dislikes. Turn off sub. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna have to if this crap keeps happening. Dude. Ridiculous.
Is that a joint?
Can you look at live bread? Stale is illegal.
Long live bread. What's up, Tech is wrecked. Lift? That's a unicorn that doesn't make any money.
Hey Mitch, hope your day is going great.
Who's up,
I have a
AJ?
bearish crab on shop with the 1.618 at $772. Is this crab correct? Kings.
Shop. We can look at it, AJ. After, right after lift, okay. So I haven't looked at lift in a long time, man. Kind of funny. Look at this data back here. It's like, hey, man, it started out as a bear pull bear flag, and measure move got hit. And it's just been terrible ever since, man, right? It's just been lower highs, lower lows. So big old downtrend. Could we contain it like we did Snapchat? Probably. Size it up the same way. Both IPOs. Former IPOs that don't make any money. Okay, well, that you need to adjust. Oh my goodness, man. Look at that. Low and this low. Jeez. So in a downtrend, clearly, and I mean, you got a long way to go before you get a Snapchat breakout, right? Let's adjust this now to this peak. Is it an ascending triangle, man? Or is it a rising wedge? It looks kind of like a rising wedge or close to it, right? I mean, look at this. A high, a higher high. And you're gonna be soon making a higher high. I mean, this could go higher. Let's see. What were you saying? Oh, stale is illegal. Connect, yep. Silly question. I mean, is it like that? And you can obviously extend it. It's like Starbucks. It's like everything, isn't it? It's like all kinds of different things, man. They all look so similar. It's almost homogenous. So rising wedge. So that means like inside to stay within the parameters or stay within the supply line on the top side. You could run. It could run all the way to 34.37 before hitting that again. You got to wonder how well that'll be respected. We go from the high point to low point on Fibonacci. Go candle close to open. You're above 382. That's what you've been hitting. So the next target really is $35, $34.95. And there's a gap fill on Snap. If it can break that supply line, then your target's going to be right here, $36. Okay, so that's great, man. And an overall bear trend. Kicked off with a bear pull, bear flag, measure move, beautiful, and sucked ever since. And now it's almost just like impulse down and could break the upside or downside, but the trend is your friend here. It's not good. Don't say it's a new triangle. Whatever. Oh, yeah, Crab Connect. Looks like it could be. Let's take a gander, man. Okay, here's your Shopify. Yeah, leash, definitely. The longer I do this, the more like people find me and hate me. It's weird. At the same time, it's like there's way more people that find me that like me, but it's just like you just accumulate both sides, haters and lovers, non-sexually, of course. I don't know, man. That's a 61.8% retrace. Wait, crabs can't go to I mean 1272 so far. Bearish crabs. Let me see and make sure. I'm pretty sure that they can only go 382 to 50%, right? No, they can go 618. Okay, just make sure. Yeah, that's well, that means that yeah, a 1618 would put you up here. This is the PCZ, the only PCZ. There is like no compromise. This is it. That is where the reversal would happen if it was going to, and this was a valid pattern. Okay. $758, if you can even believe it. For the 4 hour real quick. But it's already hit a 1272. You know, that's exactly where it reversed a little. That bearish engulfing candle hit there. Okay, you know, you hit fib nodes, they're real. But they're just reverse and go the upside. Yeah, so you're looking for 758. Yes, look. Add an alert. We hear the beep. Oh my god. Very nice.
Mr. Exotic, the Crypto King, Crypto Kai of the RSI. You are doing a super job, Mitchell. Not everyone can be the mayor of Greenbow, Alabama. Could you look at Sidey? Appreciate it. Too bad my Led Zeppelin 2 album warped in 1983. Benito is your hater.
Too bad your Led Zeppelin 2 album warped in 1983. I don't even know what that means, dude. That's definitely a Sid Barrett contribution right there. And a few of those sentences. Thanks, dude. The 589, oh my god. I know it's probably a meme, isn't it? Or a joke. Sounds like it. CYDY. Do it yourself crap. Nah. We looked at this, didn't we, once? Yes, we have. Because there's... God. Wow, you know where you are? This is insane, dude. This is a CYDY. That's like, you know, back in 2005. That little, you know, it was an all-time high. You know, IPO, you go up to $3.25. And look at you now, you know, where you are. You had a huge gap up. What is this? What is this? Biotech, go figure, right? So Biotech, I mean, like, look how it held the support here. You know, it's like back from 2010 and 2012. Had like a breakaway gap, I suppose. And look at 1 time, 2 times, 3 times. And now it's rallying, and you should expect to see 325 at least play a role as a potential reversal point again. I mean, top of a range, and then if you broke that, my God, you know, they're like 440. Goodness. All right, nothing else though. If you did break it, there's just like straight up, straight down. I mean, there's a chance CYDY could run up there again. I don't know. I mean, it's pretty wild. But you got to break 325, which you are below it. So critical areas, very critical. Okay, that's about all you can really do here. Support resistance. Biotech is kings, pretty much, dude. What's up, Clive? Bring in the Fed light work? What? That's a new name. You sexually love me? Thank you, dude. Or, I mean, whatever. If you do, you do. I can't help that. I can't stop that from happening, I guess. Market done tomorrow? Dude, I don't know. Unlimited quantitative easing, dude. It's the freaking Fed. Good luck, dude. It's still like Bitcoin futures rallying a little bit. 76.90. No gap fill yet. No sir. And again, like the S&P and Dow Jones haven't moved really since we last looked at it. Down minus 0.4% on the S&P, minus 0.27% on the Dow Jones. Pretty quiet. We got, oh, it is your local on the 8th, it's true. Good, man. So Shopify, have your alerts set up. Be king. We'll see. Shop though, man, it's like unreal run. Unreal run. So many gaps too. It's ridiculous. Alright, so if it is the top of the hour, then we're looking at Bitcoin, man, doing a bunch of nothing. Burger. Why is my 7,400? Oh no, I deleted it, didn't I? I did. Because I think I have one visible on the weekly. Let me do this real quick. Is that it? Yeah. Yeah. Whoa, sorry, wrong way. Was so scaled out. That's the wrong one. Okay, so it's just like you got historical support resistance here, man. Like you break 77.80 for real on the weekly, you got a good chance of seeing 82 to 8,500. You don't, probably gonna see 7,400 again. If you don't hold 7,400, you're going down to 6,800 again. It's very easy. It's like that's all there is to it. So Mighty Mushroom, thanks for the 1 contribution, dude. The XRP in the jar. But yeah, multiple ways to look at it. But I think really, man, the headline for the weekend for now is your second largest altcoin on the crypto market is showing some pretty strong arguments for a reversal of the downside at a critical resistance. and Bitcoin's not showing too much of an edge for us to know so much about where it might be going next, except maybe a little bit of RSI divergence. But again, like, it's not that strong, you know, and the MACD's saying, hey, you've got negative momentum now on not lower prices where you could run up one more time, hit that 8,045, and then show bearish divergence in the MACD. Thank you, Mighty Mushroom, for the threes. We'll say $4.33, pretty much, man. Thank you, dude. DB Cooper's pumping XRP. Oh my god. So necrotic. Billy still got it, man. Bowling 300s or 400s, I guess, at this point, right? We're just talking about this, man. We're just talking about Ethereum. I think the best way to look at it. Best way to look at it is just like, wow, man, like, when will it play out, or will it even play out at this point? Will it just break to the upside with Bitcoin and the S&P 500 and the quantitative easing that is unlimited and historical, right? And you're just gonna wonder, like, what will happen here, chat? I mean, is Ethereum gonna break out to the upside? That's a $200 supply line. I think you could extend this out to hit to more trend lines or something. It's pretty crazy, right? It's like adding something like that, you know? It's like, wow. Fascinating, man. I mean, look how deep you are, how close you are to the apex. I mean, if anything was going to happen, a break to the upside or downside, I will tell you, it's coming soon. You're running out of room of this price contraction. What do y'all think, chat? It's wild, man. It's like a peak, a second peak. I mean, here's where it starts getting a little weird, but it's just still clearly lower levels of relative strength than the previous peaks you've had, and you're at higher prices. And again, man, it's just like this, like really so freaking major. Yeah, big time. I mean, breaking above $200 for real, like real time. I mean, 225 is the next target. It's a major reversal battleground area, but the times you've been able to actually truly break it, you've had really nice runs to the upside, and the times you've not been able to really truly break it, you've dumped hard. So that's what we're saying, like the move's coming up or down. Yeah, I mean, it's like, what if it breaks down, makes a higher low eventually, and then rallies again to higher highs? That's completely understandable. Almost out of my friggin' coffee, man. Switch to water. Oh, holy crap. Dude, keto's so wild, you aren't hungry for, like, you're just so satiated after a meal. And you don't want to eat. I mean, the thing with Litecoin is it's still underperforming Bitcoin really bad, right? If Bitcoin crashed, Litecoin crashed, Bitcoin is in between a 50% and 618 retrace to the upside. Litecoin is still below a 38% retrace. Heck, man, this would be 7,400 on Bitcoin. You get that right? Bitcoin's above 7,400. Litecoin is still below its 7,400, if that makes sense. You're not making higher highs than this April 7th high. Yeah, that's not a good sign. I mean, that's not really bullish. Underperformer, big time. I don't see much of an edge or anything. It's not like there's a pattern really. 47.16, you break that, which it's critical. Like support resistance, if you do break that, I think you could see you could probably see the 50% retrace at $53 if you broke $47. But again, you gotta break it and you haven't. You're not even testing it again for the second time. Really? So not really that impressive on Litecoin, but the weekly is kind of interesting, I guess, a little bit. Where you just think about it like this, where you have that weekly bullish divergence that gives you a little bit of hope, a little bit on the weekly, and a low, and then the slightly lower low, the lower levels negative Momo, and on the RSI too, divergence. And so it's like your high, it's a low. If you ever broke the supply line here, which is going to be around $53, $54, you're going to, I mean, the target for this would probably be $84 and $99. It's a big if, man. Really big if. 0-1, I mean, maybe. Underperformance, yeah, some of these altcoins, you've seen them like where they're laggards and then they catch up to Bitcoin, like ADA and XLM, perfect examples. Well, if bulls are truly in control, then this won't play out, right? If bulls really are in control of Ethereum and other, you know, Bitcoin and all that, then this all will be invalidated. Okay, I mean, that's crazy, dude. Just think about it like this, you know? Imagine seeing an asset like this at a critical support after losing half its value in a pretty fast period of time with all this bullish divergence at the critical support. It's like, yeah, though it could fail. I mean, that's an edge. Definitely an edge. What's up, Charizard? Oh, here's the weekly. Wow, I haven't looked at the weekly in a while. Well, breakout. Holy crap, man, I can't believe it. Well, we have our targets, right? On the daily. Yeah, remember, I mean, nothing's changed since we last looked at it, where it's holding on to 420 as support, previous all-time highs, but barely. And you could argue, maybe, on the RSI, like a high, and then the higher high. And that might be bearish divergence right there. So, again, this is it. If you don't hold 420, I think you're probably going to come and test 386, which is the ascending triangle's old resistance, right? The old sell wall. I think you'd test that before doing anything if you broke that. But if you do hold this and you start rallying again because the macro is going nuts or whatever, then the target's 474, right? The high, all-time high to that low point of the correction. That's the 1272. So you've got targets, no change. That's it, man. Hold 420 or be destroyed. Not really. Because again, man, it's like back tests are natural as F. You know, weekly, get a weekly back test and then go again. That would screw a lot of people up, wouldn't it? A little off. Yeah, man, it's pretty looking pattern, right? Too deep of a retrace for the XA, BC. Maybe it is something. What it could be, you know, one day when it grows up. Nah, too deep. I mean, that's like 2% off a 78% retrace, right? So one could argue, I mean, in time, I mean, maybe this is Netflix's journey here. Higher low, what is that? That's a butterfly. Butterfly between a 1272. Wait a second, 1272. Sir, you were talking about the 1272 moments ago. Right? That could be a reversal. But then again, we know that it's a range between a 1272 and a 1618. So we could get, I mean, at one point Netflix could run all the way to 550, 547 before it reverses on the weekly. That's a huge structure. Things to think about. Yeah. Pretty crazy. I think we'll just keep that on the weekly. No point having it everywhere. It's busy. So ascending triangle, but also maybe after a breakout of the ascending triangle, this pattern could be where a major reversal to the downside occurs. Right? Be cool. Are we going to Vegas for 30K? Nah. I don't think so. I mean, who knows when things are even going to get back to normal, man. No idea. 550 would be the measure move of the triangle, which is exactly at a 1618. Nice. Best laid plans of mice and men, though, right? That's great. Someone said that, right? Like you measure here. Right, you measure, and then he says from the breakout, is there at it, man? It's like, sweet mother of Jesus, man. That's like crazy. Whatever, man. Ahmed, I have no idea what the halving is going to do to Bitcoin, since we're in complete different world economic conditions now than we were in the last two halvings. Right? This is seriously bad stuff. Okay. People start going outside, not staying home. They won't be watching Netflix as much. It's true. It's true, man. But we don't know. Like, I mean, there's still tons of stay-at-home orders, and those are getting extended, right? What is it for your state? Do you know? By any chance? Charizard, you're getting me, man. FedEx is crap. And it's back above an ice line. Back from 2016. You're above it, man. But you look so freaking weak. I mean, it's good. You sprung, you're back testing the spring at 119. You bullishly engulfed on the 4-hour at least. I don't know. It looks like the wedge, right? It almost looks identical to Starbucks. What? How does FedEx look almost identical to Starbucks? Dude, you got me, man. Is that what's happening now? Maybe it's not 1, 2, 3, 4. Not really valid yet, but I mean, look how it could run all the way up to 133 and still be inside of this little structure here. I'm just going from that peak there. Like you reversed one time, 2 times at the 50%, but now you're making higher lows, meaning, yeah, you could rally again. At 618, so 136. Yeah, 50% retrace is also an old support resistance from January 2014. So, hey, you got to break that. If you do, you could see yourself at 137. Which is like, a 61.8% retrace. Golden retrace. There you go, man. Looks very similar to other things. Darren's got an interesting perspective, saying everyone is expecting Bitcoin to go up after the halvening. So the opposite will occur, and it will dump this time because this time it will be shorted, which could never be done in the last halvenings. Interesting. It's true, man. Maybe it could happen. Dude, again, like, I think there could be another leg down, another wave back down because of the XABCD stuff. I'd love to see another wave down so we could talk about a dragon pattern to trade it for long term, right? A higher low, a double bottom, or a lower low, whatever it is. Oklahoma is already, or they're opening up slowly. Bowling alleys open up May 1st. Oh, nice, dude. You gonna wear gloves when you go bowling, dude? Do it, man. Who knows, man? I think it's like, you have no idea. You could flip a coin, and it's like, I was right. It's like, dude, you flipped a coin. You had a, you know, it was either gonna pump or dump. Maybe it does nothing. Right? I just think like, we had a huge wave down. Now we're having a pretty decent wave up. XA, AB. This wave will end, and we'll get a wave down, a leg down. B to C. Then C to D. Of course, Spencer, the bearish butterfly is a range. It is between a 1272 and a 1618. It's not as easy as like a Gartley or a Cipher or even a bat or a crab. It's just not as easy. It's a range. It's huge. It's kind of like a shark. Sharks and butterflies are not as easy because they have different PCZs.
Last one, I promise. Can we look at Adobe?
Sure. Thanks, Charizard. Looks like tech, man. He's a 6187. Yeah, you're maybe above the 618 now. Yeah, above the 618. Next target's 358. No resistance. No resistance on Adobe, man. It's trying to look like a V-shaped recovery, or, you know, X, A, B, C, D. I mean, PCZ of a bearish bat would be 370. So that's exactly where it could go. I mean, some Class C divergence. Yeah, this could keep going, man. Adobe. The macro holds up. Adobe's going to 370 at some point, right? That's where you think it would go. And then maybe reverse there. I'm just talking about maybe the idea of something like this. $886. It's a bat. Not a 786, an 886. So, yeah, this is just continuing to climb, man. Hey, is it a wedge? Look, I mean, 1 and 2, 1 and 2. Yeah, it looks like FedEx and the others. It's forming up sloping price contraction. Wow. So surprised. That's Adobe, man. No resistance up here. It was a straight line up, and look where we are now. God. Plenty of room to run on the RSI if it's going to. Okay, does that help any at all? I mean, that's all I can do. I mean, you're just running on up. You've retraced, geez, man, 65% of the way. Whew. Alright, been live now for about an hour and a half. I think we're being here, I don't know much longer. I'm be going. Kind of want to get some dinner. You know. I don't know, man. Just enjoy the rest of my Sunday. Been feeling good, dude, on this keto, for real. This is crazy, dude. I didn't even know, like, this how it worked. It's so nice. Like, if you're looking to change your lifestyle up a little bit and get healthier, one should try out keto. You know, I'm only like, I think maybe a little over 2 weeks into it, but dang, I'm starting to feel like the good parts of it now. Fed Lightworks going to start at keto on Monday. Let's go. Hey, dude, be sure that you have supplements, potassium, sodium, magnesium. Make sure you have those, because you need to take those when you're starting keto. Otherwise, you'll be deficient in your electrolytes and you'll feel like crap. Won't want to do anything. Okay. Make sure to drink a gallon of water. I mean, like, just be so hydrated. You have to drink so much water because you'll be dumping your water weight, your glycogen, in the transition. So, we're eating a steak tonight, David, man. Nice. Sorry, don't put words in my mouth. I don't hate XRP. I don't hate XRP at all. Don't put words in my mouth, dude. No. Bitcoin futures 77.20 now and rising. Let's go, futures. You didn't fill the gap. What's going on?
Just if you get time. I bought this the other night drunk.
What's up, Adrian? 2 thanks for 5. Key to the US dollar. I thought Keys was a stock, an equity. Are you trying to tell me that Keys is a crypto? Oh, maybe. Is it Keystone? Huh? What is going on? Oh, Key. Keto, right? You bought this when you were drunk. Self-key. Like Matt Miller, self-care.
I'm extremely bullish on keto but very bearish on Wall Street. I feel naive. Remember, you need so much water on keto.
You do. You need lots of water, which is good. That's why you get a Yeti like this. You just carry it around everywhere with you. It's amazing. So Adrian got drunk and decided to buy this crap. I mean, maybe the higher low, dude. You made a higher low. Wow. Oh, you know, look, here's a higher low. You rallied. Look, a higher low right here. Look at that rally. Higher low here manifested into this and this. So, okay, I mean, like, it's terrible, but maybe you're onto something, man. It's crap, dude, but you're closer to the bottom of what would be maybe a range. So I guess it's low risk, but dude, I don't know, man. Like, real edge. Do you have one? Not really. This is a 4 hour. Why? Oh, maybe. Aha. Good lord. You talk about some daily bullish divergence on Key? Yeah, dude. Key looks like it's ready to run, man. I mean, this is what assets that aren't Key, before they run to the upside, this is what they show. Yeah, I got you, dude. But, like, where is it, man? Let's go. Hurry up. You got all this positive Momo, and it's like, that's all you got to show for it? That's pathetic, dude. So, okay. Everyone, let it be known that Key... I like how you were drunk and you still used technical analysis to try to trade. Nice, dude. We will see. I mean, you know, the target I would think would probably be 1,000, or what is it? 1% of a penny, right? Yeah. I don't even know, man. It's not worth anything, really. I don't even know how much you could buy of this. It'd be a lot, but yeah, man. You'd think that maybe you could come up and test that. Adam and Eve double bottom? I don't know. Nice, dude. Not bad. Oh, look, chat died again. So Bitcoin's climbing a little bit, is it not? 76.65. Futures still climbing too. Yeah, look at futures right now. 77.40. Rallying, man. With no gap fill. Very interesting there. Huh. Alright, man. There's no way that Link and Ethereum could really sell off if Bitcoin keeps going. There's just not. It's like Ethereum follows Bitcoin very well, right? What's climbing because of Bitcoin? Ethereum, just a little bit. I'd like to sustain it, Timbo, till I achieve my goal. I was just losing inches off my waist. That's all. I mean, like, I don't need to diet. But if I want to, you know, I kind of want to be in like the best shape of my life in terms of like not being massive. Which, I mean, I weighed 230 pounds when I was at Bama, you know, like, it was jacked as F, but I want to be in a different type of shape than I was at Bama. We'll get. Yeah, Oscar, it'll be very cool, dude. I hope he stays healthy. That's like his big question mark on Tua. How durable will he be as an NFL quarterback? Everything popping off was your drunk thinking, but you applied technical analysis too, man. So whatever, that's great. It's very good. Yeah, rock climber shape, sure. Sure, man. So these old highs are being broken right now. Not bad, man. Xavier McKinney, yeah, he's pretty good, dude. Our defense really fell off, man. Defense, Coach Saban really let the defense go a little bit. But is it him, or is it just our coaches' revolving door for, for defensive and offensive coordinators? Man, that's really hurt us bad. Here it is, Jason, man. Futures are down. I mean, they're almost at just nothing. I mean, they're just neutral right now. S&P is down minus 0.25%. Dow Jones minus 0.14%, nothing. So Bitcoin's up 1.71% on the futures. At its highest point, I mean, really, you know, I guess we opened, got as high as 77.82 before pulling back, but never filled that gap, man. So with that. Well, Jason, it looks good on Ethereum, but if Bitcoin keeps pumping, there's just no way. There's no freaking way Ethereum will dump if Bitcoin pumps. No way. 67.73 on Bitcoin now. Less than 30 minutes to go until your weekly and daily close, man. Where, I mean, look, dude, this is what you gotta think. It's like, really? That's it? That's all you did when you're consolidating. So that means, okay, another wave up maybe on Bitcoin that could get us to that 8,040 area. The measure move of that scuffed inverse head and shoulders, where you're just at the halfway point now. So, I mean, I get the RSI looks like that, but you're not getting confirmation on the MACD histogram. It's like, it's just not going to work for Ethereum if Bitcoin pumps, dude. I'm just talking about this, man. It's just like, it won't play out. It cannot play out with a Bitcoin pump. But that supply line's there. At least we know a breakout point to the upside is going to be around $200, $201. It's crazy, dude. Oh, you're short on the S&P? Well, good luck on that, man. Unlimited quantitative easing. Alright, man. I think stream I've done, you know, what I'd try to do is just give a little bit of clarity on what's going on with Bitcoin and the altcoins and, you know, whatever assets you want to look at. I think we did that, man. Gold at that 886. The bear shark, but the bear shark could run up to 113% soon. So, yeah, this is a reversal point for a shark, but it's reversed. like 38% or whatever, and it's just going sideways. So it's a lower high than this high, but dude, gold is fundamentally so bullish. It's ridiculous. You're losing your positive momentum on the 4 hour, so we can get some more selling or more sideways action before it goes higher if it's going to. It's just tough to be saying it's a bearish pattern, really, really bullish trend overall. It's gold. It's over now. Thanks for watching, Ken. Thank you all for the likes, love, support, contributions. I'll call you, but you really want to say, where is it, man? Yeah, dude, Ryan Sommers, man, thanks so much for that $50 super chat early in the stream. Much love. Okay, man, I've left you with some clarity. Look, there's still room. Look at the upsides, like this channel you're contained within. I mean, look how you could run up to 78.82 and still be contained within it. If market participants want to keep pumping this thing, unlimited QE, it'll find its way in all markets eventually. So I'll be back. Keep around that $201 area for Ethereum. That's the supply line. And really, truly breaking $200. You can see 225. Altcoins are trying to break critical resistance across the board. So I'll be back tomorrow. Until next time, respect the T. Hey.